Hello and welcome to another episode of Eat Well and Be Well with Bittersweet Herb Farm. Today I'm going to be making a cheesy gnocchi. I practiced saying that last night. I think that's right. Gnocchi, basically a casserole with our sun-dried tomato and horseradish seasoning. So I'm going to get started right away because there's a lot of moving parts here. And today should be pretty interesting because I'm going to try to do three things at once. So we'll see what happens with that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have a little bag of Mama Rosie's gnocchi. I'm going to boil that for, oh shoot, I need my timer. Okay. I'm going to just boil that for about 2 minutes to just, warm them up, soften them up. And then I'm going to throw them in a frying pan with a couple tablespoons of olive oil and crisp them up a little bit. So while we are waiting for these to boil, which could be an issue, let me make an announcement or two. So should I announce our winner first? Or, now. We are a small New England company, family-owned company, and we're trying to get the word out about our company, so you could really help us by sharing this video. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends. It really helps us get the word out. So now the next thing I'm going to announce our giveaway winner for November, and that is Cindy Cable. Cindy Cable, you are the winner of our November giveaway. Congratulations. Contact us with your shipping information and we will send that right out to you. Let's see, what else? Oh, we've got the December series coming up. And that is right here. It's our chili pepper roasted garlic jam, our chai tea marmalade, which is one of my favorites, our lemon dill seasoning, the sun-dried tomato horseradish seasoning, which I'm using here today, the smoked maple chipotle, which next week we are going to make what are we going to make next week? We're going to make a chickpea meatloaf with smoked maple chipotle. And then lastly, but not least, is our raspberry fig vinegar. So that is going to be in the December giveaway. And it is all, right, it's December giveaway, and that is also our December cooking series. So of course the water is not boiling again, but the idea is just to warm them up a little bit and then drain them and throw them.
It's been 2 minutes.
Has it been 2 minutes?
Yes.
Oh, it sure has. Time flies when you don't know what you're doing. All right. Oh, this is going to be tricky here. All right, so I'm just going to drain these quickly. I'm sure there's still going to be some moisture in here, so we're going to see a little splattering probably. Now, last night when I made this, I didn't fry these up quite long enough. You want them to get a little bit crispy on the outside. And so what happened because of that was that they got really gummy. They got really gummy. Still delicious, but they were a little on the gummy side. So we're going to let those fry for a little bit longer. In the meantime, what am I going to do next? I'm going to start the sauce. So I got a couple tablespoons here of plant-based butter. I personally prefer the Miyokos. It's a cashew-based butter. And actually, when you add some nutritional yeast, which I will do in a minute, to this particular butter, you get a nice cheesy flavor from it. So I'm going to add that. I've got the heat up all the way on this one. Let that butter melt. Keep those gnocchis moving around so they don't burn. Turn that up a little bit. So this also is a brand new burner. So I'm really adjusting to the heat levels on it. Our previous one finally gave up the ghost, and I think it got hotter than this one. Seems to be the case. So I'm just going to have to learn to work with it. So get that butter to melt here, which hopefully is going to shortly. And what I'm going to use, basically I'm making a row here. That I'm then going to add some oat milk to, and then the seasonings. But I'm going to use a gluten-free flour here, tapioca flour, which is one of my favorites to use. And again, you know, if you have someone in your household who has gluten issues, tapioca flour, arrowroot, potato starch, those are all really great substitutes for flour. And oh yeah, this is starting to get hot here, and it is getting thick pretty quickly. That's nice. All right, keep these guys moving around. And this I have all the way, I have both of them up all the way, and they're just not as hot as the other burners. So a little technical difficulties here, but we will overcome them. All right, next. I really would expect this to thicken up a little bit more, but it's really starting to get hot here. Dang, I may have to do this. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's starting to do its thing. Had me nervous here for a minute. Yeah, okay. It's finally getting up to temperature. It's nice and thick. You have to add the oat milk if you've never made a roe before or a bechamel sauce. You have to add the milk fairly slowly to try to keep it from getting too lumpy. So now I'm adding about a heaping tablespoon of our sun-dried tomato and horseradish seasoning. I'm going to let that work its way in there and rehydrate. And as I said, I did make this last night, and it was spectacular. All right, now this is really starting to go. And I think I'm probably going to take these gnocchis off of here, although they're really not running up the way they were before. I'm going to go another minute or two. Keep this going here. Apparently we may have a visitor in the neighborhood. I know, okay, yeah, I'm going to add maybe a tablespoon of salt here. And, well, maybe not a tablespoon, that looks like a lot. But I do like it salty, so I tend to over salt for everybody else. All right, I'm going to take these gnocchis off the burner. So that they don't overcook. And now I'm going to add a bunch of other stuff to this. But let me just finish. I think that's about as thick as I want it. Is that UPS? Yeah. Huh. I must have a surprise coming. Okay, nutritional yeast. This is one of my favorite ingredients. It's got a nice nutty flavor to it. Plus, if you're trying to be plant-based and are concerned about your B12 intake, which you probably should be, if you're trying to be plant-based, this is loaded with B12. So it's got a lot of nutritional value as well as a really wonderful nutty flavor. And as I said before, when you combine it with the cashew-based Gnocchos, it just has a really nice cheesy flavor to it. This is a little cream cheese because we are trying to make it creamy and cheesy. Again, this is a plant-based cream cheese. VO Life is what I use, and it is, I think, the best cream cheese, best plant-based cream cheese. We'll say that 3 times fast. on the market. So it's very expensive, but it's really, really good. And then just to make sure it's cheesy, this is some plant-based cheddar cheese. Oops. I'm gonna add that in there. That looks like a lot. Okay, this is getting really thick and delicious looking. We just have to let that cream cheese melt and let that cheese melt. Then I'm going to add the gnocchi to it. Well, actually, just the tomatoes. That's the only thing that's left. I'm going to add the tomatoes in there. Let that cream cheese continue to melt here. Oh, it's looking good. All right. I think that's good. And I think that I'm going to go this way with, oh, geez, that's hot. Just put that right in there so you can mix it all around, get that gnocchi good and coated with the sauce. You know what? I'm just going to take a little taste of that sauce. It's a little late to adjust it now, but it was so good before when I made it. Oh, I think it's even better. Holy tamale. Wow. Oh, that is yummy. And oh, I guess I'm going to put a little pepper in there. I always like a little pepper on my dishes, especially my potatoes. Okay. That is looking pretty well mixed up. So I have a casserole dish. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Actually, I don't know where it is. Oh, there. You're just going to use a hot pad this time. Put that in there. I don't know if this is good. This looks like a lot more than I made before.
Perfect.
Yeah. And I doubted myself. Oh, look at that. That's pretty amazing. And then just to top it off, I'm going to add some panko breadcrumbs. I was going to buy gluten-free ones, but they were plain, and these are seasoned. Normally, if they were plain, I would season them probably with my zesty garlic seasoning. But I'm just going to spread that across the top. And oh yeah, oh, this is looking spectacular. All right, so that's it. I don't know how long that took, but it doesn't seem like it was very long. And it just so happens I have one that's all done in the oven. I'm going to turn this off. And this, I don't know, probably can't get a good shot.
You got a good shot.
You got a good shot? Okay. And I'm going to serve some up right now and see how I did. Oh, do I still have things to talk about? Oh, yeah. So one of our best promoters, you know, if you know us, we used to do a lot of craft shows, flower shows, basically consumer shows where we would sell directly to the consumer. And Premier Promotions is one of the all-time best promoters I have ever worked with, and they are working really hard to help us craftspeople keep things going during this pandemic. So let's see, when was that? It was like it's like the first weekend in November. They had a virtual show that was fantastic. So they are having another one. It's going to be this Saturday. You just go to Premier Promotions, right? Or do you go to Booth? No, you go to Premier Promotions, right? And we'll have it on our Facebook. We'll send out an email about it. It's a really great show. Last time there was about 100 vendors. This time I think there's probably going to be about 70 or 80. It's just a one-day show this time from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday, December 5th. All right. I think, is that the last?
Yeah, it's the last of your chores today.
I did good. And I can't wait to try this. So the panko breadcrumbs are nice and crisp on top. Oh, did I say 20 minutes at 400?
No, you didn't, but
Okay, 20 minutes at 400. And that's what I've done here.